What you guys are about to watch is a video of how to do a reflection. Now, I recorded this video a year or two ago and just wanted to do a little bit of narration with it. So I'm going to go ahead and click play, and as it's getting set up, I want you to notice that we have an isometry is a transformation that does not change the shape or size of a figure. So the ones that we're studying in this unit are reflections, translations, and rotations. Those are all considered isometries. Dilations that we've done in the past are not considered isometries because it changes the size. It either makes it smaller or larger. One of the things to note there is that isometries are also called congruence transformations, meaning that when you go from the pre-image to the final image, that your two images are going to be congruent. And then you also they are also considered rigid motions, which we don't often refer to them as, but I want to make sure you are aware of it. So as you look at this, the reflections, you're going to have two steps. One, you're going to draw a perpendicular line through the line of reflection at each pre-image point. And then the second one, measure and mark new points. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So first off, you notice that we have the ruler, and we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to pause this every so often. If you notice this line, it's going to be parallel with one of the big lines of the ruler that I'm identifying here with the mouse. So as long as those are on top of each other or parallel to, you are going to have a perpendicular line. And so as you notice here, we're going to go ahead and draw a perpendicular line from B through that line, and we're going to draw it to where it's long enough that we're going to be able to successfully do step 2. And we're going to do that for each one. And if you notice, that big line lines up with that reflection line each time. Okay, all of these lines will also appear parallel to one another. Another way to look at this is you also want to make sure that those appear to be 90-degree angles, which they are. So you're going to go ahead and draw those perpendicular lines through the line of reflection and through each pre-image point. And then you're going to go on and go to step number 2. Step number 2 is that you're going to measure and mark each new point. So you're going to go from the line to the point, and you're going to figure out how far that is. So as you're looking here, sorry, I was having some problems, obviously. There you go. It's going to be about 2.3-ish centimeters. And so that's what you're going to see written here. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to do the same thing from your line of reflection to your new point. So from here to my original B is 2.3. From here to my new B is also 2.3. And so I'm going to go ahead and mark that and write that down. Now, it might be a little bit different on your page that you see in front of you for your notes because the measuring on the smartboard is a little bit different than the measuring on paper. So then when you look at this, from the distance from the line to A is 3.6, and then you can go ahead and measure from your line to your new A. It's going to be the exact same. So again, you're going to stay on that guideline, you're going to measure that distance, measure your new distance. And then you're going to mark that, and that's going to be your new A. And that's what these little indicators mean. This is actually read as prime, so A prime, B prime. And then you're going to come over here, and you're going to go ahead and mark your new C. So from the line to my new C, or my old C is 1. So then from my line to my new C is also 1. And again, my image, I'm going to mark with that little apostrophe. So I've got my image marked with A prime, B prime, C prime, and now I just connect those points. And if we notice there, that triangle is a reflection image, is congruent to the one that we started with. So what I want for you guys to do today is we're going to go hold off on the second example. We're going to do that together. But instead, what I want to make sure that you guys have done coming into class tomorrow is on the back of those notes, we have 5 different graphs there. I want you to plot your original points. You don't have to worry about actually doing the reflections or anything. So for example, for number 1 there, let me actually flip this. We're going to skip this one. So for what I want for you guys for class for next time, go ahead and graph just these points, A, B, and C. Graph these points, F, G, H, I, etc., all the way through those 5 examples. So that way tomorrow when we go over these reflections, that process will be a little bit quicker. Okay? So again, guys, please make sure that you know the steps to be able to reflect something without a graph. Tomorrow we'll go over how to reflect something with a graph. All right? Thanks.